Okay, so what if I told you that you could build a super successful YouTube channel, one that brings in a serious income, but you never ever have to show your face on camera? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. That's the promise of what people are calling the AI gold rush, and today we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it's done.
I mean, let's be real. Who hasn't had this dream, right? The idea of having a side hustle that actually works for you instead of the other way around. Well, for a whole new wave of creators, that dream is very quickly becoming a reality, and it's all thanks to some incredibly powerful new AI tools.
And this is the number that's really making people sit up and pay attention. $10,000. That's the kind of monthly income that some of these creators are aiming for just with YouTube Shorts. Now look, it's not a guarantee, of course not, but it just goes to show you the insane scale of what is now possible in this new creator economy.
So, how in the world are people chasing that $10,000 dream? Well, it all comes down to a strategy called YouTube automation. But let's get one thing straight right from the get-go. This is not some magic button you press for instant money. It's a smart, systemized way to build a powerful content engine.
So what does that actually mean? Well, at its core, YouTube automation is all about using AI to do the heavy lifting for you. Seriously, think of it like having a digital production crew that works 24/7. It's especially powerful for what they call faceless channels, the ones where you never actually see the creator. The content itself is the star, and the whole game is about speed, efficiency, and scale.
The whole workflow is actually pretty straightforward. It really breaks down into three main stages. First up is scripting. You can use an AI like ChatGPT to come up with dozens of video ideas and then write the actual scripts in just seconds. Then you move on to visuals. You take that script and you feed it into an AI video generator. And finally, you hit production. This is where you use simple templates to just churn out these short videos in big batches.
Now that workflow might sound simple, but it is powered by an absolutely incredible toolkit of AI software. The speed of innovation happening here is just staggering, and it's giving a whole new generation of creators these abilities that just a few years ago were completely unimaginable. And at the very heart of this whole thing are the AI video generators. These are the engines, the magic wands, that can create entire visual worlds from just a single sentence. They turn simple text prompts into animations, incredible landscapes, and really compelling visual stories.
You'll hear a few names pop up again and again as the go-to tools right now. You've got Kling AI, Hyper AI, and PK AI. They're kind of leading the pack, and each one has its own unique strengths when it comes to creating those high-quality video clips that become the backbone of these automated channels.
But get this, the tech is already moving beyond just simple text prompts. The source material for this explainer points to this really fascinating tool called Workbeaver AI, which says it can learn your style without you constantly having to tell it what to do. This is a little peek into the future, right? Where these tools become real creative partners instead of just tools that follow commands.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, what's all this going to cost me? And that's a fair question. Really, you've got two main paths you can go down. The first path uses those dedicated tools like Pika or Kling. They're often paid, but they're ideal for creating really unique, high-effort videos. Then there's the second path, which is this really powerful, kind of free method, using ChatGPT for your scripts and a tool like Canva for your visuals. This is perfect for mass-producing content. We're talking about making 20 or more shorts in one go.
All right, so you've got the strategy, you've got the tools, but what kind of content actually works? What do you make with all this stuff? Let's dive into 3 proven styles that are just perfectly designed for automation and are getting a ton of views on YouTube right now.
First on the list, anime. This one is huge. It turns out AI is ridiculously good at generating that unique anime art style and animation. So creators are using this to build entire channels that tell short stories, recap famous plots, or even create totally new characters and worlds. And they're tapping into this massive, super engaged global audience.
Next, we've got faceless horror. You have definitely seen these if you're on YouTube Shorts or TikTok. AI can generate these really creepy, atmospheric visuals and narration to create these bite-sized scary stories. And because it's faceless, the barrier to entry is super low. You don't need actors, you don't need fancy sets, all you need is a good story and the right AI prompts. And finally, you have the absolute classic, the top 5 list channel. I mean, this format was practically made for automation. You can have ChatGPT generate endless lists for you. Top 5 scariest places, top 5 fastest cars, you name it. Then you just use AI video tools and templates to quickly whip up the clips for each point. It's structured, it's repeatable, and it is highly, highly searchable. Okay, so we've seen the strategy, we've seen the tools, and we've seen the kind of content that's actually winning right now. So let's talk about the most important step, how you take all of this inspiration and turn it into real action.
This entire movement, this whole philosophy, can really be boiled down to just 4 simple words. Work smart, not hard. And this isn't about being lazy or avoiding effort, not at all. It's about amplifying your effort. It's about using technology to build systems that are more effective and more scalable than anything we've ever had before.
And that brings us to our final and, honestly, our most important question. The technology is here. The platform is waiting for content. The only missing piece of the puzzle is you. So what story are you going to tell?